There are people who live in that house right now who smoke weed, who smoke crack.
So, Marissa, why don't we start? What is your case?
She's a tenant at my home, and she came
Yes.
to my home back in March, and I didn't know she had issues with her temper.
So what kind of a home is it?
It's a regular home, but I converted it into a small business. And my house used to be very peaceful until she came along, and my house converted into a nightmare.
She's been in that house 12 years, and she's had all kinds of people. There have been people who did drugs. There have been people who stole things. So I don't know what she's talking about. I'm the nightmare because, one, there are people who live in that house right now who smoke weed, who smoke crack. She has another woman that she kicked out. She didn't take her to court. She just kicked her out. She set her up to get beat up. She set her up to go to jail. Yes, the lady did do drugs, but it wasn't fair that she just set it up to get her kicked out on the streets. She had no right to do that. You have to go to court, eviction court, to do that.
She's lying, sir.
What about that?
She asked me to take her to get a rental to move out her TV, a big screen. And I did, and because they didn't take cash, I ended up putting my debit card.
So what you're saying is she needed to rent a van,
Right.
to move what? A
Her
TV,
TV.
set?
Yeah.
How long was the rental for?
It was for 1 day, but we ended up having it for 2 days because the storage was closed, and we didn't know that. So then we kept it overnight, and then the next day.
Okay, so now, yeah.
She took off with the van. She was gone all day. So she came back in the evening, and we took the rental, and I didn't know it was damaged. She didn't say anything to me. And then the next day I go to the bank, I find out that there was, my account was negative. So I call the bank, find out what happened, and then they said U-Haul charged $793 and 83 cents, I'm sorry.
I have that receipt. And so that $600 worth of damage and the other $183 is because it was late. Now, this damage to the van, we have a picture of the van?
Yes.
Let's put up the picture. If you would show me. Oh, I see the scratch there.
It's on the passenger side.
Yeah, I see that.
Damages on the van are minute. Basically, it's just a line and a thumb dent, okay? She sideswiped the truck mirror when she was driving. When she did the texting, I was in the back seat and I seen it. She lightly sideswiped the truck mirror.
Okay, so you're saying that she was driving the van, not you.
Yeah, I don't drive. I
that
didn't
time.
touch the van. I don't drive. I don't want to get arrested. You can't drive.
Oh, so you never
I never
drove
touched
that
the van. I never touched the van. So
Oh.
I never drove
Well,
the
that
van.
puts a new light on
Yeah, I
things.
never drove
Okay.
the van because I don't want to get arrested because if they find that
Okay.
you don't, I don't
I
even have
get
a
it.
driver's license.
Marisa,
Yes.
if she's not driving the van, and
She's lying, sir.
you're
I'm sorry.
saying she drove it.
Yeah, she did. And Doreen is my witness. She saw her take off all day. You can ask Doreen.
Doreen was in her room. What are you talking about? Doreen is her friend. She's 66 years old. She's homeless. She has nowhere else to
Okay.
go. So she's gonna kiss her backside and say anything. Doreen was in her room. She didn't even go with us. I don't even know what she's talking about. You didn't even drive with us. You
Okay, let
you
me
were
hear
in your
just-
room in the house. We told you to stay in the house. So how you gonna say I'm lying? You were never in the van. We told you to stay in the house. Okay, as far as the TV thing.
Okay, Lena.
Go ahead, Your
Lena,
Honor.
hold on a second. Doreen, if you would come up to the
She's
stand,
never even
please.
went with us. What are you talking about?
Okay. I'm just going to
Okay.
listen to Doreen for a second.
Your
Hold
Honor.
on. Lena is saying that when the van was damaged, that she wasn't driving the van. She doesn't have a license. She wasn't driving. Were you in the van at the time the damage was done? Not
Lena-
what someone told you afterwards, but were you in the van?
Lena had got the truck that morning,
That's not
and
what
she
he
took the
asked her.
stuff, and she was driving that truck. That's the Judge Honor, I'm not lying. She was driving the truck. She had the truck all that day, Judge Honor. I'm not
Prove
lying
it.
to
In
you.
other words, you both drove the van at some point.
I didn't touch the van.
Unless,
Your Honor.
Lena,
And that's
you're
not what he
saying
asked
you-
you. He asked you, were you in
Okay,
the van at
Ms.
the
Jackson,
time?
stop.
Okay, I
interrupting the
know.
judge.
Lena,
Go ahead.
I got that. I got the answer. Now I'm saying to you, at some point, you drove the van. Not the whole time. But at
I
some
never touched
point,
the van. I never drove the van.
you never drove it. You're
I
under
never
oath,
drove that
Lena.
van. I never drove it.
You
She
never
drove it.
Okay, we have a
Yes.
picture of the TV.
Yes, it's Exhibit 1, Exhibit 1A, and then I
Okay.
have Exhibit B.
So what did you think happened? You saw that the TV was damaged. What did you think happened?
I thought she broke it with a bat that she took from the garage. But one day I was sitting on the couch and she was in the kitchen and she was laughing like, ha, ha, ha. I broke your TV with the hammer, not with the bat. And I didn't have my phone with me because it was dead. It was charging. So I could have recorded her. I didn't know she was going to do that.
Lena, what happened?
Basically, as far as the TV, there are 7 people. It's a 6-bedroom house. There are 7 people who live in that house, including her. Okay, but you can't prove
Okay,
that I
but it
did it.
says-
Wait a minute, Honor.
okay,
I was
Doreen?
like, do you have proof?
The judge is
Okay,
speaking, man.
Doreen
Stop
said
talking.
in her statement submitted to the court that Lena has calmed down since then and apologized to Marisa. She's sorry for what she did. In other words, just
I didn't
talk to me.
apologize
You
to her
got
for
angry
anything, 'cause I didn't
and
do
you
anything.
hit the TV set and you later apologized
I did
to
not
Marisa.
apologize to her for anything.
So here's my final decision. I find that the plaintiff is entitled to the $850 on the TV damage, is only entitled to half of the van damage, which is $300, is entitled to the lateness of the van. Adding all that up, I come to $1,333. Judgment for the plaintiff, $1,333. Thank you.
Stay